Whose decision was it that you would get a wife bonus?
Well, I think it was really a joint decision. And I think maybe the term bonus is really where people have the issue. I think for us, we've always split our finances, and it was just an extension of that.
But so extending, because he gets a bonus, so he says you get part of my bonus, is that right?
Exactly. We save most of it, but when he gets his bonus, he has a little splurge for himself, and rather than giving me a present, which some people I know that's the way that they do it, and I think that's maybe a lot more of a common practice, he actually just gives me the money instead.
OK, but I still want to know who first said it. You say it was both of you came together. I want to know, did you turn around and say to him, I'd like a bonus, or he said, you know what, darling, I've got a good idea?
And what, and patted me on the head? No, I think a friend of ours said, oh, what are you getting for your wife bonus gift, or your bonus? I don't think they said wife bonus, to be fair. What are you getting for your bonus gift? And I said, what? Alarm bells went. And that's how it came about. And then he did buy me a gift that year. And then the next year I said, look, I know it's really awful, but I think I'd rather just have the money.
So it was you that said, came up with it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Martel, how about you? Do you get a bonus?
No. I think it's preposterous. So if you're clearly in a relationship, you know, you're comfortable, you said it's 50-50, and in a loving relationship that happens, whether the wife's making no money or making less money, it's all a joint pot. So what you're kind of saying is, I want 50%, but do you know what? I also want 20% of your bonus. And I read somewhere it's like a 5-figure sum that you get, which is like a salary. And for me, it takes away the romance of being a wife. You're kind of being paid to be someone's wife, to be a mother. Being a mum is really hard. I've got 2 under 2. It's tough. No, I'm not saying love's enough. You know, you don't need anything. You don't need any rewards. If your husband says, I love you, here's some pearls, we're going to go to Paris for a long weekend, that's romantic.
Or changing the nappy.
But it's actually,
changing the nappy.
The same thing, really, isn't it? And I think what's interesting is that you've said it's 50-50. And surely, if things are 50-50, he gets the bonus. Surely 50-50 would extend to that. I don't see why the bonus is separate. I don't see why that is what is getting everyone up in arms.
Well, it's like a business transaction. You're saying that you actually want every year. It's like a contract. Because I'm staying at home, I'm being a mum, I want paid for it. It's taking the love out of it. And women have stayed home for generations to look after kids.
That's interesting.
But for generations, surely, people have said, this is worth a wage, we're working so hard, where's our, etc., etc. And there's certainly no I want from me. I mean, that makes me sound very mercenary. It's more that we really see it, that we're both working hard, we're a team, we're an entity, it's an extension of our love. Maybe it sounds a bit...
Well, she just mentioned love, and you mentioned it there. You said that you think it takes the romance out. Do you think it takes the romance out, or are you still as romantic as ever?
You'd have to ask my husband. No, I think we are still romantic. We still give each other little gifts and that sort of stuff. When I was working, I loved having the opportunity to treat him. And now I'm not working, well, I'm starting to work again. He is...
Ah, so what's going to happen when you work again? Will you not take part of his bonus?
Good question. It is a very good question. I think it would depend on how much I made, how much he made, because it's not because I'm a wife, it's because he's the one working and I'm not. So, as you say, when I'm working...
I would have no trouble leaning on my husband, and I work for myself, so I don't get paid a big maternity salary, but I would have no trouble leaning on my husband if I needed it. But that's what you're doing, you're leaning. I don't want to make it formal and ask for money.
Let me just let you know what some of the viewers have said. Karen says, if a man dared to do that to me, I would give him a bonus as well. Divorce papers. Kerry says, what a good idea. Think I'll be showing this to my husband of 33 years. I wonder if that could be backdated. Jennifer says, wow, one step away from a reward chart or a tip after dinner. And Linda says, if everyone's happy, why not?
And it's not a hit for feminism. I remember reading that you said it's a really feminist issue and it's empowering. Completely disagree. Of course it's not. Staying at home to look after kids is beautiful, but actually insisting that you're paid for it...
Feminism is about having the freedom to choose the way that you want to go. That's how I understand feminism, that we have the same choices as men.
But listen, is the bonus not having the kids? You're able to have kids. You don't
you don't think your children, your daughter's not a bonus. I think that's...
She's a bonus.
Ladies, thank you very much indeed.